welcome to another tech video. So today we are going to be talking about this Dell Optiplex 3040 small form factor that we bought off eBay. So we paid £150 for this. It's got a 6th generation Core i5 6500 processor running at a base clock of 3.2 gigahertz. It comes with 8 gig of RAM, 500 gigabyte hard disk, so that's one thing that we've worked on. It comes with a DVD writer, HD graphics 530, gigabit E Ethernet, and it comes with Windows 10 Pro. So without further ado, let's talk about the specs of it. So it comes with 8 gig of RAM. So the RAM is DDR3, 1600 megahertz. It's got 2 DIMM slots, and you can either put 2, 4 or 8 gig sticks up to a maximum of 16 gig, it states in the specifications. However, you may well get away with adding more of that. And the reason we bought this is for a backup unit for some of our customers. So when things go wrong, we have to take the system away to repair it. We deliver a working system back, so it keeps them going basically, because they don't have any spares. The nice thing about this is the amount of connectivity it's got. So let's talk about what you get on the box itself. So on the front here, we've got a DVD drive, the usual stuff, 2 USB 2 ports, 2 USB 3 ports. So these are 3. They're not 3.2, so it's the slightly slower speed, but still plenty of throughput for what you need. And you've got a combined headphone and microphone jack on the front. You've got the power light or the power button there. And then on the back, we've got an HDMI port and a DVI port. Sorry, not a DVI port, a display port. 2 USB 3 ports, 2 USB 2 ports, gigabit Ethernet. It comes with a PCI 3x16 slot, so you can upgrade and put your own graphics card in if you want, but it needs to be a low profile graphics card to fit in, and it's got a 180 watt power supply there. So without further ado, let's have a look at the upgrade options. So we've already done an upgrade on this device itself, so we'll remove the cover. What we've done is, as you can see here, we've now got a WD Blue 250 gig SSD drive. So this is 560 megabits a second read and 530 megabits a second write speeds. So if we move that out of the way, underneath, you can see what we've done here is we've put a Sabrent drive cage in, and we've mounted the SSD drive in there, and then that's just gone in to replace the hard disk that was in there. It comes with a Seagate 500 gig hard disk. So what we did was we cloned the hard disk from, so we cloned all of the operating system from the hard disk to the SSD drive. However, because this shipped with an operating system in place, what we did, we then wiped that completely, because you can't trust an operating system that you buy from eBay basically. There may well be malware infections on there or whatever. So what we've done is we wiped the SSD drive, and then we did a fresh install of Windows 10. The nice thing about doing that is the Dell systems come with their OEM key, and when you install Windows, it will activate the right version based on the type of PC that you've got. So this one here is a business grade machine, so it came with Windows 10 Pro. So doing a fresh copy of Windows 10 on there brought that up with Windows 10 Pro already installed, already activated for us. So inside here, let's have a look underneath. So I'm not going to take the screws out, but we can just unclip this. So underneath the drive tray, so what you want to do to get underneath here, we're going to remove the front panel, which just unclips. You then release the lock catch, slide this this clip back here, and that will allow you to raise the drive tray up. So as you can see here, here's the DVD writer. Now here's your 1 gig stick, so it only comes with one stick, so therefore you're limited to single channel memory, and it is DDR3. If you wanted to upgrade that, you can put another stick of memory in here and take advantage of dual channel memory. So let's pop that back. So as you can see from the system itself, it came and was very clean inside. It's been professionally refurbished and it doesn't look like it's been used at all, but there are a few scratches and bits and pieces on the case which we'll have a look at. So we'll pop the front panel back on. That just, the bottom clips go in and then the top will click into place, which it has done. In terms of the PCI slot, as you can see here, it's a PCI 3 slot here, and you can put a graphics card in there. Obviously you're limited to the space. You will get it up to this point here, but as I say, you're limited to a fairly small graphics card in there, but you can add a graphics card if you want to. So while we're here talking about graphics, so the graphics itself comes with Intel HD graphics 530 on this device. Now the audio output that we've got on the back, so we've got a line out on the back, and it is Realtek HDA codec ALC 3234. The gigabit Ethernet is obviously 10/100 and gigabit as well, and the chipset on here is the H110 chipset from Intel. That's about it. So let's talk about the PCI slot. So the PCI slot, 16 gigabit a second, because it's a times 16 slot, and the SATA connectivity, 1.5 gigabit a second, 3 gigabit a second, and 6 gigabit a second. So it supports up to SATA 3, which is perfect. So in terms of the PCI Express 16 slot, that is you want a half height card for that to be able to fit in the case. Now let's talk about the video display. So it's a 19-pin HDMI connector and a 20-pin display port on the back there. In terms of next steps for this device, what are we going to do with it? Well, this is going to be as a loan unit, as I said to our customers. It does come with a few scratches. As you can see here on the case, little mark there, a couple of scratches here, but on the whole the condition of the unit itself is very good. Doesn't come with any warranty obviously, but it's a fully working system, so this will be great for our replacement unit for customers, and at £150 you can't really go wrong with a 6th generation CPU. The main performance benefit, obviously, now it's got an SSD drive in there, the boot times are much faster and application times, load up times are much faster as well. Okay, so we've got it booted into Windows. It's a straight startup. What we're going to do is we're going to have a look at our system settings. So if we just expand this window, and as you can see, all the information that we need is in here. So this shows our CPU, our 8 gig of RAM, and various other information that you might need, such as the Windows specification, Windows 10 Pro. You can see it's on the latest version. So now let's go and have a look at our device settings. In our device manager, I'm just going to walk through or step through all of the different areas here for you to have a look at. Okay, so let's have a look at what the system comes with itself. So as you can see here, I've installed the Dell Support Assistant, and we're going to be running through checking the system for any additional updates once we've gone through this, to have a look at what Windows installs. So there's absolutely no bloatware. We've got the relevant drivers that we needed, and we installed all of this, all the drivers via the Dell Support Assistant. So we're going to go through and we're going to check to make sure there are no updates, and if there are, we're going to install any of the Dell updates that are required. So that's all there is to that video. If you found that video useful, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you've got any comments, leave them below and we will get them answered for you. Apart from that, just like to say thanks for watching.